Welcome to Balanced Body Podcast. My name is Chantill Lopez, and I'm an owner of Pilates Collective in Sebastopol, California. Helping me today is Melissa Kakavis, and we're working on a version of Swan Prep or Baby Swan with a squishy ball. This exercise is designed to help you better articulate or gain flexibility in the upper spine and build strength in the upper spine in preparation for full swan or for rocking swan. So Melissa's going to come down onto her belly. And there are a couple of ways you can do this with your arms. I'm going to have her start with her elbows bent and her hands wider than her shoulders, just to make sure that she can draw her shoulders down and there's no tension in the neck or shoulders as she does this. Actually, she needs to put the ball underneath the sternum. So right on the chest, below the collarbones in a comfortable place, and not on the throat, and not too low on the rib cage. So the first thing we want to try to achieve is some softening in the upper back. So she's just going to rest here. If this is uncomfortable for your head, you could roll up a towel and put it underneath your forehead to make the neck more comfortable. Otherwise, this could feel like a really nice stretch. So she's going to take a couple of breaths here into the middle of her back, right between her shoulder blades. And as she exhales, she's going to let her sternum, her chest, drop into the ball, just to begin to create some ease in the upper back. Take 2 more breaths here, Melissa. And then let the chest relax and kind of collapse into the ball and just feel it support you. Beautiful. One more time. And exhale. So start the movement on an inhale. She's going to imagine pushing a peanut forward with her nose to bring her head up on top of her spine. So inhale. There you go. Let the chest soften into the ball. The ball is there to give you feedback and support. She's going to come up just about 2 or 3 inches off the mat. Take another breath. And the first thing she does, besides toning the belly, you don't want to lose the tone in the low abdominals here, is to let the chest soften and imagine that she's going to push the ball forward just an inch or so. So just a ½ inch or an inch at a time. So we're really working for getting this upper back mobile and strong. Take another breath, Melissa. Without losing the tone in the belly, she's going to soften the sternum and then imagine pushing the ball forward. Good. She's keeping beautiful head and neck alignment. So you want to make sure that your gaze stays towards the floor, because if you begin to look up the wall, your neck is going to go into this really deep extension here, which is not what we want. Take 1 more breath. The legs are reaching out, so they're strong. Exhale, soften, and draw the ball forward and up just a little bit. This is not a big movement, but if you do it slowly, piece by piece, you're getting an incredible amount of work through the upper back. Take a big inhale right into the lower portion of the ribs, and exhale, Melissa, as you come all the way down. Good. And then just relax and hang. So with any time you're in extension, you want to make sure that the core is activated. So one way to do that is to feel a gentle lift right on the inside of your hip points. Almost a lift and a narrowing. Not so much that you feel the pubic bone really pressing hard into the floor, but enough to feel like you've got this core support. So we're going to have Melissa do the same thing 1 more time, and I would recommend doing the whole thing 2 to 3 times to really get a sense of softening and flexibility in the upper back. So she's going to take an inhale to begin, and exhale. Remember to let the shoulders soften back. Push a peanut forward with your nose, letting the sternum soften, the chest soften into the ball, and she's going to pause. Inhale, and as she exhales, soften and move the ball forward. So she's really trying to create length and stretch through this middle portion of her back. Take another breath, Melissa. Soften first, almost like you're going to drop into the ball again. That's it. And then move the ball forward and up, keeping the neck very long. And that's really as high as she'll want to go. Legs are strong, low belly is active. Inhale here and exhale. Go ahead and release all the way back down and relax. Good. So it's important to give yourself a break in between these back bends, these upper back extensions. So you might want to come into a child's pose. So Melissa, go ahead and come back and sit over your heels for a moment and reach your arms straight out. There you go. So if you just take a couple of breaths into your back and let your tail kind of curl towards your heels, it's a nice release and important when you're working the upper back muscles. Essentially, the entire back is working. So go ahead and come on out. I'm going to have her do the exercise one more time with the arms in a different position. So if having your elbows bent and your arms at your sides, let me give the ball back to you, is not comfortable, you can do this exercise with your arms at your sides straight behind you. So she's going to go ahead and let her body rest, just really hang over the ball. There you go. So the neck is relaxing, the forehead is resting, and the arms are reaching back. I'm going to have her bring her palms face down onto the mat, and that rolls the shoulders back already. So everything is the same, just the arms are different. So we're going to do this one time. Inhale. Remember to let the upper back soften even as you engage your abdominals. Push a peanut forward with your nose, bringing your head on top of the spine, and then stop for a moment and breathe in again. Soften the chest into the ball. Move the ball forward as you reach the arms back. So there's a little bit of opposition in this variation that you don't get in the other one. Another breath. Keep the belly engaged, but let the sternum, the chest soften and push the ball forward. That's it, keeping the neck very long. Beautiful. Take an inhale and exhale. She's going to release back down, letting the shoulders round forward and the head come down. So get this nice release. And you can do that 2 or 3 times depending on what you're comfortable with. Go ahead and come back into child's pose to rest again. So that's our baby swan with the ball to help build flexibility and strength in the upper back. Thanks and see you next time.